throwback schemes, guys. And I'm also kind of a stickler when it comes to throwback schemes. We've had some good ones on my cars previously. But I'll tell you what, man, teams can either hit it out of the park or they can strike out. And we've seen a combination of both. First up, we talked about it briefly with John Wood here in studio earlier this week on the show. Jim Clark's. It's a Lotus? Is that what that is?
Lotus,
it's a Lotus, right? So they unveiled this in the Ford Museum.
Yeah.
And the story behind this was Wood Brothers went and pitted this car.
They had them go up there and do pit stops on this car. A fun fact about the race, Indy, they never changed tires. They only fueled the car, and they had knockoffs on the wheels, so they'd go out there and hit them with a hammer to make sure they were tight. And they ended up winning the race. So another feather in the cap of the Wood Brothers. That not only have they won in NASCAR, they revolutionized the pit stops at that point in time. Everybody was looking for them to come work on their race car. So they went to Indianapolis, won the Indy 500 as well. Might as well do it. And now they're paying homage. That was a Ford deal because Lotus was the Ford deal back then. And now they're paying homage to that car this weekend. I think the concept's really, really cool.
Love the backstory as well.
Yep.
1 out of 10, 10 being the best. 9.2.
Yeah, I was going to go 9-1 because I like even numbers. Yeah, now you put in a group chat. This is Alex Bowman, number 48 car.
This, besides being a throwback, this is just a awesome looking race car. Yep. One, wrap side skirts white, looks like banging. But my favorite, that might have been my favorite Jimmy scheme.
Really?
From whatever year that was.
You didn't like the blue?
The fluorescent blue, the fluorescent orange numbers with the blue, that's kind of iconic lows, Jimmy.
Fluorescent yellow, wasn't it?
Fluorescent yellow numbers, and then the blue with the silver on it. Like, sure, like early championship years, 48 was just kind of like a cool race car. Yeah. This was like this is a mean race car.
It's like a rebranding for Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, that was like his Intimidator vibe.
This was cool. This one went to Cobalt, right?
Yeah.
See Higgy shaking his head less. Yes. My wife was
part of this. The only thing that I would love to see different would be a white splitter.
Okay. Are you allowed to wrap your splitter?
You can do the edges.
Yeah.
That when I instantly saw that, I'm like, that's a 10 race car, boys. That is a clean. You could see Ally from a mile away. White letters on a black car.
So you're giving it a 10.
I'm not giving it a 10. I'm going to give it a 9.7.
I'd go right there, 9.5 or 9.7 with you. I'm there with you.
Sick race car.
This one's sweet as well. I know it's a home team, but these guys are nailing it on these throwbacks this year. Throwing it back to
Dale Earnhardt.
Cindric Freightliner car, throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt's number 2.
I think it also, to really nail a throwback scheme, I've said it once and I'll say it time and time again. If it's the same number, instantly that gives it more cred.
If you have the Penske 2 on here, it does not.
That's right.
Does not flow as well.
The same number, the same font, the same line structure. Austin Cindric's throwback car is sweet. I'm going to go 9.4.
Yep, I'm right there with you. 9.5, I agree. 24 car
looks pretty good too.
Looks just like every car they run every year.
Yeah, it does. Now is it going to be like chrome?
I think it's going to be silver.
If it's going to be silver, I think chrome old Darrell Waltrip would be sick.
That could be cool.
But if it's silver, the fact that it hasn't really changed in about 10 years since Jeff's driving it knocks it down. I'm going to go 8. Still a cool car.
8.5.
8.5.
Yep,
8.5.
8.5. This one I thought was a little bit of a swing and it's a cool concept, but there's this one and I think our car where the paint scheme works better with the old style body.
Yeah.
I think that this I get it, but it's kind of confusing as well.
When they announced that they were paying homage to Carl, I was like, that kind of like it's not one of Carl's Gibbs schemes.
No, it's probably Carl's most successful scheme.
I had to look at it for a second. Like, sure, Carl's going to the Hall of Fame. He's coming back on the fold at Amazon a bit. So if we're giving a tip of the hat to Carl, cool.
He doesn't stick out to me though as a Carl Edwards scheme, but I don't know. It's a good looking race car. Numbers on are solid.
6.5.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, here we go. This one was getting crushed. on
Was
social
it? They were
media.
hating it?
Oh,
Why?
Our
Our guys here don't like it either.
It's not even close. Even the colors are not even like this. Like the lines, the colors. It's like, hey, this is the thought that when we were designing this car, and this is what the outcome was.
Yeah, I could see.
So
it
it's
being
Chase Elliott's,
disconnected.
if you're listening, it's Chase Elliott's Universe scheme. Going after Ken Schrader's Kodiak scheme.
I think the car looks good, but
What about that looks good?
I don't dislike that car. I don't love it. Like, I wouldn't paint my car that way, but
I don't like it
Hendrick
when the
usually doesn't swing and miss. This one isn't one of their best. Higgy's holding up a picture of the Kodiak car off screen. I'm telling you, the body style has something to do with it. Some paint schemes go better with the body style. That one, the gray's too dull.
Yeah.
And
I think you got to have a bear on it. Like, you got to have a grizzly bear on it. Just I don't care if it means nothing to nobody. At least tie the scheme together and put a bear above Universe on the hood.
maybe it'll look better in real life. What
I
are you
don't
giving
think
it?
so.
5.5?
Not even. It doesn't even reach. It does like 5
you're
would be
Chase.
5 would be a C. And
Hating
if we're
on Chase.
yeah, it's a D plus. It's
Okay.
it's a
3?
4.2.
Okay. I like this one.
Me too. I love how the lines go right around the quarter logos of Advent Health. I'm sure that thing's going to look real good in person too with that flow orange and petty blue. That is a strong.
I'm going
strong,
9s. I'm going
9.4.
Yeah, 9. Yeah, right there.
I think
I like this one too. Damn, there's some really good ones.
Yep.
Is this a Jimmy Spencer throwback? Is that what this is?
Hell yeah, it is Mr. Excitement.
Oh man, that looks really good.
I love the circle Haas logo, little tip of the cap to the target.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I thought people were falling off on throwbacks the last couple of years.
Nope.
And they have totally redeemed themselves.
This one's sweet. This one's 9.5.
Yeah,
Maybe 9.6.
it's good. I hope Spencer's there with a cigar
so
in his mouth.
too.
Listen, that's what they need. They need Spencer back in the sport. That's what'll gain some respect back in the garage.
I hope Spencer's there, and I hope he brings his crying towel, gives it out to somebody too.
Yeah, what's next? I like this one too. It's not a full paint scheme, but it's a throwback to Cale Yarborough, and Pennzoil even went with their old school logo. So I'm into it, and the number.
So that one's a decent shot. I like to see the original one. Actually, hey, you know what?
There it is.
There it is. The original Holly Farms chicken. So not the same number,
Well, but the same number font. They can't go to the 11,
obviously.
but they did change the font. So
Yes. So
there's some points there.
A couple bump to you there. This one doesn't really knock my socks off.
But you're wearing the shirt. I gave it an 8.5.
I'm not wearing that shirt.
Well, you
I'm wearing
kind
this
of
shirt.
are.
No, I'm not. That is like a Wish version of this car.
They all are Wish versions of the old cars.
No, you can nail it. Because a couple of them coming up here actually do nail it. This one does not. This is a 6.2.
Okay, I give it 8.5.
Homer. Speaking of Homer, we got Ryan Blaney up next. Little tip of the cap back to Dave Blaney's last Busch Series win.
I think this paint scheme worked better with that nose. Like
with the
old Busch car, old steel body, Gen 5, is that Gen 5? Gen
yeah.
4, whatever Gen it is.
But I like the attempt. It's a valid attempt. Forward leaning numbers on the left side.
It's bright. You're going to see that thing too.
You're going to see it. You're going to learn today. I can appreciate this attempt here. I think that's fairly strong.
And they changed the number font again.
I think that's a 8-9.
Okay, I'm with you.
This one I like.
Bell South. Love
If
that.
you're listening to us on Spotify, maybe you can see this video, but if you need to watch these on YouTube because we have pictures of all these. This is the Kyle Petty, Felix Sabatis, number 42, with the staggered numbers. One of the just an iconic number. What do you think about that number font with the staggered?
I think it was cool back then.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be great now.
Well, we're gonna see it in live time. I believe this was the.
No, like, I
credit-
think it's
was this-
fine for this weekend, but I wouldn't market my team like that now.
Yeah, no, fair. But
For some reason, the 2 looks like it's on 13 and the 14. The 4 is like an 11.5 font wise. Like, it looks way bigger.
it does. In terms of thickness, it doesn't really jive because they could have. Was that the exact font? I mean, they could have just taken the exact font because
sure
he was
did.
number 42. What was the sponsor on that
Bell
thing?
South.
Was it Bell South? No, that was the red, white, and blue. I think maybe Joe might have driven
That's
that
what.
one.
Yeah, that's a Joe. I think that's
No, but they had this 42 as a green scheme with Credit Union or something. The Bell South scheme was pretty sick, too, back in the day.
Yeah.
I like this scheme. It's good looking. It's clean. Big old Dollar Tree down the side. You can see it from a mile away. 9-0. 9-1.
Yeah, I like it. This one's the closest to a 10 I've seen. I just love the Terry Labonte throwbacks, and I think, is this not one of your favorite cars?
Yeah. No, for me it was the
Kellogg
cornflakes.
The cornflakes. Not this is the Tiger.
So I saw a rendering on X that I loved is somebody changed the hood out and put Rick, like a cartoon picture of Rick, and said "Got Cars," because it used to be Tony the Tiger's face on the hood. That's the only thing that could make this thing better. I love how they went down to Darlington, did the unveil with Texas Terry. I love throwing it back to guys and pioneers like that. That's a 9-4 in my book.
Yeah, that's really good.
That some bitch is going to look good out in the wind at Darlington too, I'll tell you.
Well, Higgy, what you got next? We got a lot of throwback schemes here.
And a lot of cars.
I'd love to see you guys also tune in.
This one's
We're on the
sweet.
Xfinity stuff.
Brennan Poole coming off a strong top 5 finish, running 4th last night or the other night at Martinsville. So congrats to Brennan Poole.
Yeah.
What's the
context behind
this? This is Jeff Gordon's Tasmanian Devil scheme or Looney Tunes scheme.
Okay.
So pull that up because it is dialed. And what they even did too, and this is chef's kiss, is they took the logos, like there was a Frito-Lay logo on the lower quarters in front of the numbers. See in the lower quarters where they did MACC, that used to be GMAC.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pulling up the original version right now. We're into the weeds of this thing, but so they had the Pepsi logo, Frito-Lay logo, then they converted their sponsors to fit into those styles.
Okay, yeah. Wow, they really went for it.
They really went for it. And they made
some
a
of
cartoon.
these design kids that are working at some of the Xfinity teams are really good.
Yeah. Fluorescent yellow numbers. Dude, this one might be one of the coolest because there is a lot of thought and a lot of effort that went into this. You got to give credit where credit's due. I'm going a 9.8.
You're giving away a lot of 9s today.
Yeah.
Next.
This one's cool. Not the same number though. So
see, they had a good opportunity to just put the same font number on there, which is confusing to me.
Jamie McMurray's number 1 font was pretty sweet.
Sweet, yeah, and he won a lot of races in this car. It was a big year for him. He ran my foot over with this car too one time. Brutal. Charlotte. I'd give this one, I don't know, like a 7.5. Yeah,
8.
Just average.
Like this would be a cool car every week.
This car's sweet.
Yeah, it is. Full numbers.
Can't see
on
the number
side of this
really
thing.
good though. I don't think.
Is that a Buck Baker throwback? Buddy Baker throwback. Okay.
Yeah.
Crisco.
I do like it.
8.2.
Yeah, I think you're right on par. I haven't really disagreed. Now Skull Bandit's tough. You got to do Skull Bandit right.
And I think he got this one pretty close.
Got this one pretty close. The 51 font. He changed the 51 font. It's cool. I like that the numbers on solid.
They did change the Harrison's font to match the skull font.
Love that.
So you gotta appreciate that.
That's a couple point boost. I'd say this one's
9.0.
Yeah, I was gonna give it an 8.5. Skull Bandit, man, you better do it. So it's kind of graded on a curve.
That's right. I think it is mine's a 9.0.
Next, Circuit City. Captain City.
Yes.
Now is that a Winston Noble?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was first.
The old Circuit City.
Thought it was Circuit City, but no, that is sweet. I'm into that.
With the black stripe.
Who's driving this one? Doesn't matter.
Is that Ryan Ellis? No, he drives 71.
Doesn't matter. 45 car.
Mason Massey.
Oh, I think Cody, who works at Powder Coat Shop, changed tires on this. So I'll be pulling for it. I give this one. Yeah, I'm up there, up 8.7, high 8s for sure.
Yeah, 8.6.
Yep.
I like this
Love
one.
it.
Yep.
This is the 9s for me, buddy.
Oh, is it?
Then
Ernie Ervin's Kodiak scheme or Sterling's. I don't know which one they pulled it up. Ernie's.
It's sweet. That
Parker Retzlaff's visual pack. They changed the font, kept the lines, did all the things you're supposed to do. that deserves
It's in the
a
nines.
strong.
9.4. There you go.
There it is, 9.4.
Daytona 500. Not old enough.
They need to have the bear bond on the right front. Like you need to do the race winning version of that scheme.
They
I
have
think.
Tony Gibson there hanging out with him. He's the best. They got the
Is
grass
that what-
on it. Oh.
Okay, they got.
Oh.
So I hope they have like the bear bond just in the wrap. That's what they could have done there.
It's cool
They do.
looking.
They don't. Okay.
I'd give this
Sean
one a
says-
7.5.
Yeah, that doesn't really get me fired up. It doesn't even. Well, hang on. Instant point deduction of not having the same number font.
And it's your team. Yeah, brutal. It's the same team. Yep.
7-0.
Maybe even less.
6-0.
Moving on.
Yes. Talk to me. You just forget about what happened on Saturday night when you grade this car. Don't look at the name.
That's Sammy's. That doesn't do anything. Like, that doesn't hurt. I'm a non-biased party.
I know that, but look at they. So this is a 3 doors down throwback. This was one of my iconic schemes growing up. I love it, especially with like the real fish lens picture of a 18-wheeler on the front. I think this is done well. Who's on the quarter panels?
TMC. Yeah, members of the trucking company. Because it's employee owned, so it's the employee. The employees that have ownership.
Okay, strong 9-0.
Yeah, you're more of a fan of this than I am. But I'll give it a 8-1 maybe. I like this one.
Yeah, that was a cool car.
This
NASCAR
car was fast,
Busch.
man. They won a lot of races. This 18 car is just paying homage to that. Same number, same everything. So I would go.
That was a cool car.
I'd put this one right at the bottom of the 9s, 9-1. It's a good looking car.
9-1.
That's the
agree.
last one.
That sucker won a lot of races in that thing.
Yeah,
That
he
was
did.
peak Kyle Busch, buddy. That was like he would go smoke your ass on Friday night, smoke your ass on Saturday, and come get the rest of it on Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. He was good.